so that, you know, we have an idea of where everybody's joining from, as well as, you know, have an idea of some of the AI tools that you're familiar with as we get started. Okay. So we have Akinyemi. Akinyemi says that I work at Supreme Education Foundation School, Lagos. Adenike is familiar with ChatGPT. I think that's like the very popular one that all of us are very familiar with. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So like I mentioned earlier, that this webinar session is, you know, hosted by the STEM Africa Fest. And, you know, we have, okay, so Olubimi Akiyemi said she's familiar with BAD and ChatGPT. All right. Could we have like one or two more before we go to run like our introduction? So Google works with Greenwich Academy. She's familiar with ChatGPT. She's familiar with EduAid, Magic School, Defeat, Beautiful AI. That's interesting. That's quite a number of AI tools that, you know, she's familiar with. All right. Thank you very much. So like I said before, this webinar session is being sponsored and hosted by the biggest STEM event in Africa, talking about no other than the STEM Africa Fest. And, you know, we're going to be having two events in Nigeria this year, one in Abuja on the 13th of July, then also in Lagos on the 20th of July, 2024. And we also have events in 3 other African countries that will be hosting this year, you know, as well. So as the webinar session goes on, we'll be sharing more information about the biggest STEM event in Africa. Also, we have what we call the STEAM pitch competition. And in the STEAM pitch competition, your child or the students in your school, they stand a chance to win 2 million naira. I mean, I'm beginning to think right now, there's a lot of things that, you know, you would be able to do, or your child will be able to do with 2 million naira at the end of the day. And it's very easy for your child to be a part of this, you know, competition. All he or she needs to do is to identify a problem related to climate and renewable energy, create a prototype solution for this problem, and then, of course, register and submit a 2-minute video. So it could be an individual submission, and then it could also be a teamwork. So you could have a team of students in your classroom, a team of students in your community that comes together to actually work on this solution. And, you know, they present their solution, and, you know, they might just win 2 million naira in the STEAM pitch competition, you know, as well. So welcome everybody. The webinar is going to be for about 90 minutes, and I'll just do a run through of our agenda of what we're going to be having today. So we have the introduction. We are going to be meeting our very special speaker as well. We're going to be having the presentation on the several AI tools that, you know, would be very helpful to make our classroom experience very interesting. We're going to be having a revision quiz as well, and then the last session is our Q&A session. So it promises to be a very exciting experience, you know, so stay tuned and just make the best of the webinar session. Right now, we're going to be going into webinar proper, and before we're able to do that, I have the pleasure of introducing a very special person, you know, who is going to be taking us through all of the AI tools that we're going to be working with today. And she's no other than Mrs. Fisayo Oludipe, so that we understand, you know, how much of experience that this person has. I would be doing a quick introduction, you know, and reading our profile so that we have an understanding and we get prepared to start. So Fisayo is a distinguished international education consultant with over 12 years of experience in education industry. She has held various roles, including head of the science department at British International School in Dubai. Currently, she's the head of learning and development at Niger Kids, where she oversees the design and delivery of effective learning solutions for participants and educators in edtech and education industry. Fisayo holds a PGCE degree from the University of Nottingham and a BSc in insurance from the University of Lagos. Her dedication to education has led her to author numerous STEM and science books, along with over 20 children's books. So with a round of applause in the chat room. Okay, I'm waiting for us to clap in the chat room anyways. Let's make welcome Ms. Fisayo Oludipe. You're welcome, ma.
Yes, thank you very much, Wati. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm really, really super excited to be here with you all. This is like one of my happy places. I enjoy sharing knowledge. I enjoy learning from people as well. And I really passionate about how we can take technology and resources around us to make learning fun, exciting, and engaging. And probably that's one of the reasons why when I worked in Dubai, I got numerous awards, was creative educator, very effective class management educator as well, various other awards as well with supporting teachers as well with regards to learning and engagement. So really excited to share the tools we're going to go through 4 tools and 4 AI tools. We'll look at 2 that it's more suitable for younger children, but can also be used for older learners or children that are dyslexic or children that have developmental delays as well. All right. So overview, younger learners and older learners. So we're going to start off with younger learners. Okay, so like we always say, children are engaged and make very good progress when learning is fun and relatable. If they understand why it is they're learning what they're learning, they tend to be more engaged and they tend to also enjoy the process as well. So the first tool we're going to look at has something to do with music. If we all remember when we were young, we all remember those nursery rhymes that we learned. I remember because when I was young, I had problems with learning how to spell, but I remember this song, H-I-P for the hippopo, pio, pio. Till today, I still use that song to remind myself if I spelled the word hippopotamus correctly. And so there's this connection between song, music, beats, and rhyme that helps to consolidate and make learning easier. So I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. I'm going to play a song, and I want you to write in the chat if you know what that song is. If you can tell me what the song is. And this song is a song that you guys probably have learned when you were like 5 or 6, and that you still remember. It shows the value of song in education. Can you hear it?
No, can't.
Okay. Let me stop then. It means I didn't share my I didn't share the sound when I initially did it. So let me stop that. And then start again. All right. Let me know if you can hear. Can we hear?
Yes, we can hear now.
Yes.
All right, so if you know the song, write it down and look at it was used to teach number bonds. 6, 5, and 5 are 3. 9 and 1 are number bonds. 8 and 2 are friends. 7, 6 and 4 are 5 and 5 are 3. All right, let me see if people got it right.
Are you a STEM professional and are...
Let me see. Did you guys get it right? Let me see if people got it right. Yes, yes. Row your boat. Exactly. So imagine using that to learn the number bonds to 10, and children use that to also learn the number bonds to 20 and number bonds to 100 as they were moving further up school. Remember, I still have kids that come up to me and tell me, Miss Fizz, I still remember that song that you taught us. So songs are very key to learning. So we're going to be looking at a tool. And the name of the tool is called Suno. So Suno is an AI software that helps you to take any topic, for example, that you want, and you can use any rhythm. You can use Afrobeat, you can use jazz, you can use hip hop, put that in front of the So this is the website. Can everybody see my screen? Suno? Yeah, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see it? Okay.
I can see it.
Thank you very much. So there's this website, this AI tool that's called Suno. Now, Suno makes you easily convert any lyrics or any topic. So if you have a topic, if you want your children to learn about the difference between herbivore and carnivore, and they're struggling to differentiate it, or multiplication tables, or even the periodic table, and you know your children, the children tend to love song, just like we all do. So you can say, if they're into hip hop, if they're into Afrobeats, you can say Afrobeat. So this is the website. Once you log in, you would need to log in, set up with your account. It's the free version. It's suitable for us as educators. You get 50 credits a day, which means you can generate about 5 songs a day, which is not too bad for us. But you know what? If you feel that, you know what, this is the tool I've been looking for. I am a closet musician. I have music hidden inside of me. I just didn't have the right tools or resources. Then you might be thinking about going for the premium one, which has various other things that you can do with it. So once you log in and you sign on, this is where you will get to. And then you click on create and it will bring you here. And in this box, you can type, so let's say we want to do hip hop, and we want to learn about names of mini beasts, or let's say different hip hop difference between Miss
Fizz, can you actually share your screen as you're typing? Because what we see is the presentation slide.
Really? You can't see my screen?
No, you have to stop sharing the presentation slide first.
Oh, there I was going on and feeling very happy with myself. All right. Apologies, everyone, please. Okay. So do let me know if you can see my screen now. Apologies about that. So let's see. All right. Let me know if you can see.
We are still seeing the PowerPoint presentation instead of your screen.
Okay.
So stop sharing and share. So you share your screen. Don't share when you select share screen. Select the.
Can you still see? It's still the PowerPoint screen that you can see. You can't see my.
Yes, because you've not selected it. Yes.
Maybe you need to share the entire screen.
That's what I've done. I've shared the entire screen. It's actually
Yeah.
the entire screen I shared.
Okay, try again.
Yeah. It's off now.
Yes,
Okay, we can see it now. We can see
You
it
can
now.
see now.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, so when you get to the Suno platform, and this is where it's going to bring you when you log in. If you have a Gmail, it's easier to sign up and brings you here to this screen. And then you click on create. And then once you click on create, you just go to song description. You first of all start with the genre or song that you want the song to be created in. So if it's hip hop, if it's Afrobeat, whatever it is that you want to, and then you type that in. So you can say hip hop, different types of birds. Or should we do types of birds? Let's just start with that one. It takes a couple of minutes for it to generate the song. Obviously, it also depends on how fast your internet is as well. So it gives you 2 different kinds of songs, and you can select and listen to both of them and decide on which one you want. if you're not happy with it, you can also actually use ChatGPT to give you an idea of the kind of lyrics. If you want to personalize your own words, you can, go to ChatGPT to give you some lyrics linked to the topic that you want the children to learn. So you can use all those areas, all those topics that we find difficult, that when we teach, we feel like, the children just didn't really get it. I don't think they really connected with the content I created. And, sometimes it's the same experience that you have year on year on a particular topic. For me, that topic was clock, when I used to teach my class clock. But using music helps them to remember it. And as they're trying to answer the question, you can see them actually moving their heads and trying to remember which one is true and which one is past, because of the songs that they've learned as well. So these are the 2 songs about birds down here, and then you can play it. Now, the good thing about this website is sometimes you might not hear the vocals clearly, but when you download it and you play it, when you download it, it shows you the lyrics and the words as well. So you can be singing along. Can you hear the song? So that's this one, and I will stop that one now. I'll stop that. And let me go back to my screen. Okay. So let me show you the one I created with times tables as well, which is like one of my favorite things. This is Afrobeats. And what I want you to do is you guys are going to think of your own topics, those topics that you find your children struggle with, memorizing a particular part or trying to apply it successfully. Think about that, because we're going to share a link. We're going to share the Suno link, and you're going to try and generate a song. Think about your own lyrics. It can even be Easter song, if you like Easter song. It can, Christmas song, even if you're ready for Christmas. Think of the lyrics that you want that song topic to generate that, and think of the lyrics and the topic and how you want that song to sound, because we're going to do that. So this is my own that I did for 7 times table, so that you see how it looks like when you download it. Yeah, so I did it with Afrobeats. And to learn 7 beats you gotta earn. The rhythm flows and makes you move. 7 times table, feel the groove. 7 1 is 7, hey, keep it steady, hear me say. 7 2 14 right. Dancing day and night. It's 21. Feel the beat and have some fun. It's 28. Don't be late, keep feeling great. 7 5 is 35. Let me move on to this. So I want you to think about now. Think about a topic that your children struggle with, and we will be sharing the link and I will give you a bit of time to try and generate a song. Now, if you can generate your own song quickly and you download it, please also share it with us. We would like to listen. So maybe we'll listen to the first 2 songs that people have shared with us. You can actually upload it. The bandwidth is usually very small, so you can actually upload it to the chat in Zoom as well. And we would like to listen to what you can do with this tool. And this tool, like I said, you can use it even for the periodic table for your older children. So if you have children in secondary, but for young children, it is really such a fantastic one to use with them. So we'll share that link with you and then try and generate we'll give you a bit of time, about 3 minutes to do that. And then we'd like to listen to 1 or 2 people's own, just to see how easy it is to actually generate a tool that is engaging. And while you guys are doing that, one of the things I would also suggest is when you're doing this kind of activity, it's very good for the children to have ownership of the learning as well. So, you could ask them, so what song what is your favorite song? What song are you guys listening to now? What's the beats and all that? And then you can use that to generate a song. You can use that to generate a class song together for a particular topic. Or you can even get them to come up with the dance steps for it. It could even be like a competition. You could give it to them as homework, because I know that, resources in terms of software devices, we might not have that in our classroom, we might not have that in the school, but you can give it to them to take home as their own homework, as a way of them learning in a fun way that is their own. So they personalize the song for their own benefit. Yeah, has anybody done theirs? Let's see. Let's see. Has anybody? Yes, this is free. This someone is asked, is this free? Yes, it is free. Like I said, the free version, you get 50 credits. 50 credits gives you the ability to create 5 songs. It's like every time you make a song, it takes 10 credits. But if you, like I said, if you believe that, you know what, I've been a musician, I've always been an artist, I've always known music was my calling, but I just didn't have the tools to make the beats and the rhythms, and that you found this might be the answer to your prayer, then you might want to look at the premium version. Can this event be recorded? I'm not very sure, but I think it's being streamed on YouTube. Yeah. Has anybody done theirs? Oh, we should move on. Is anybody doing it? Should we move on to the next? You know what? It's not an app. You don't have to download an app. You don't have to. If you have Gmail, you can just sign in with your Gmail. But if you don't have Gmail, then you can sign in with your normal account as well. You don't have to download an app. It's a link. It's a link that you can just use on their website. That's because you click the instrumentals. Let me go back to the software to show you what you have done, why you can only hear instrumentals. So I'll show you why you can only hear instrumentals. So if you go up here, you will see at the very top here, can you see there's instrumentals? Can you see my screen now? So there is the instrumental. Mine is switched off. So if you switch it on, then it means that you only hear the background beats. There will be no lyrics. Okay. So that's the reason why you've heard instrumentals. All right. While we're waiting for people to join us with to share a song that they've created using Suno for a topic that, they might have felt, this topic, my children are not really interacting with it as I would want to, and the outcome is not as successful as I would like. I wanted to share with us that, at the beginning, Wati introduced us to that this webinar is being sponsored by STEM Africa. STEM Africa is the biggest STEM event in Africa. That's why it's called STEM Africa. And it is an opportunity for your children to engage in tools such as this, activities, robotics, art, crafts, tie and dye, esports, getting to talk to subject matter experts in the industry of technology. And so we want to know how many of you have been to our STEAM event. We're going to share a poll. We're going to share a poll now. How many of you were at our last one last year? Okay, I think somebody has let's see. Let's see, someone has been brave enough to share. Okay. Yes, you can use it for social studies. Yeah, absolutely. You can actually use it for any topic to make it interesting and fun. You can use it for any topic. Social studies, history, those of us that struggled in school that we couldn't remember the dates of which date was for which one. This is probably if they had taught me how to memorize dates using song, I probably would have considered doing history for SSC when I did the exam. So yes, you can use it. You can actually use it for any topic. You just need to think about it and say, and even try it out as well. Take the risk. If the song didn't come out the way you want, try another genre of music and try to modify the prompts that you give the tool as well. So please let us know if you have been to our previous one, and if you've registered for the event. Have you registered for our web? No, this is not the. No, this is not the right poll. This is not the right poll. Oh. This is the webinar for next. No, this is not the right one. No, this is not the right one. Can we stop this poll? This is not the right one. The poll we're supposed to have is the one to find out if they have been to if they've ever been to the past webinars that we've, these STEAM events that we've had before. It's not this one.
Vivian would have the poll up.
Yeah. Yes, so this is the right one. Have you heard of the STEAM Africa Fest? Let's see those of you that have heard of it. If you've not heard of it, I don't know if you've been under a rock. I'm sorry. So please do let us know if you've been, you've attended it before. Oh, no. Yes must overtake no, please. What? Ah. Okay, not a problem. You know what? It's good. You've not heard of it before. Today you've heard of it today, which is fantastic. And you do not want to miss it. You don't want your children to miss it. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity to provide our children with the experience in science and technology and in art even because of funding or resources and so on. This is an opportunity for you to make sure your children come and just explore, because they will have everything in the same place and they are free to explore anyone that catches their interest. There's you know what? It honestly, not because I'm one of the coordinators, but it's just a mind-blowing experience. That kids, once they go there, they're always like, you know what? I've never experienced this kind of thing. And every year we always come up with something new, something different, and something exciting. So this year we do have some secret sauce that we'll be unveiling slowly as we get closer to the event. All right. Okay, let me see if anybody has shared their songs with us so that we can listen. Oh my, someone has. Well done, you, Aminu. Let's listen to you. Let's listen to Aminu's song. Somebody else has done. Ooh, essay. Okay. And yours is a link. That probably will be easier for us to go to. Let's listen. What topic is this one? Odd and even. Oh, that means you are teaching children are like year one. My babies. Yes. Let's listen to the song. Let's listen to Odd and Even. Hang on. Reception. Oh, reception. Is it reception? But that's still my favorite year group. Love that year group. Home appliances, social studies. Look at people. Yeah. This is what we're talking about. People like. One is fun. Two is cool. Three is wild. Four is even I don't know. Even one's groove. Oh wow. Numbers play to their own tunes. Oh wow. All even side by side. Nice. What reading did you use? Let me see. This is grand. This is great. 5 is jumping. 6 is chill. 7's lucky. Oh. 8's a thrill. I was right. stop there. Let's listen to one more person. Let's listen to one more person. Hang on. Someone shared with us. Let me stop sharing and see what he shared with us. Lots of nice songs. I've seen that. Wish I could play all of them, but I love the song. Oh, this is exciting. Thank you. Yes, teaching can be exciting if we have the right tools. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why we do what we do. We love what we are doing. Let's see this one. No. Let's see if we can listen to this one. All right. You know what? If there's time, let me stop it there. If there's time, we'll come back and listen to some other ones as well. Let's move on to other things. And there's still 3 more AI tools that we need to listen to as well. So let's chill for now. Let's leave that for now. Okay, so we've done Suno, we've seen what Suno can do, and that is just continue to help us to help make our learning easier and support us all as well. Okay, so the next tool we are going to be looking at is animate your drawing. Like I said, this is also for younger children that are in early years, reception, which is like children that are 4 or 5. Those children, they love to draw, and we should encourage them to draw, because there is a wonder that happens with children that they can't necessarily write, but they can draw what it is they are trying to express. And when you ask them what it is that they are drawing and what it is they're drawing about, oh my goodness, they can bring out such wonderful stories from just one single picture that they've drawn. And that's what Animate Your Drawing is about. It's about giving the children the opportunity, those children that imagination might not necessarily have been fully developed for their level or for their age, or children that might have speech as a problem, or children that they might be autistic, or they like to draw, or children that are even older, but they can't. That writing might be a bit of a challenge. I'll show you what I mean and how this works. So this is my drawing. I drew a lion, and so what we want to do is, how can you use drawing to improve and develop children's creative writing, or not necessarily creative writing, their oracy skills, how they communicate and express themselves more. So this is my lion that I drew. Nobody should even say anything about this lion. This lion, I tried with this lion. If you see what I used to draw before. So, create anything, we will go to that website now, and I will show you what that does. Right? When you put your prompt in animate your drawing, this is what some of the things I will do. So your drawing, the children's drawing, like, come to life. Okay, the drawing can creep up on you. The drawing can be dancing and all that. And imagine a child seeing their drawing come alive. Imagine what they are going to be saying or doing or thinking, right? So the children will get excited. Mom, about, oh my God, he's running, is he dancing? Yes, my drawing is dancing, or whatever it is that the child is doing and excited about. So this is where you come in with your questioning prompts, right? You would be asking questions like, if you want the child, and please bear in mind, while the children are young, the focus sometimes is not necessarily that they are writing full sentences, but you want them to be able to begin to generate that idea of how the story is starting, where the story is happening, how the story is progressing, what is the problem, why is it behaving like that, what do you think is going to happen next? That is what you want them. You want them to be able to tell and create their own story. So it might be a story they've heard before, and they've maybe changed something about it, but you want them to take ownership of that story. So if they cannot fully write, please, we want them to be able to communicate and create. And so writing might sometimes take the back seat, not always, but sometimes you want the children to fully develop these other areas. Some children can successfully do it side by side, but some children can't, and you need to be able to give them tools and the opportunity to develop skills that they have or that you can see that are there, and you want to fully help them develop those skills. So you could be asking, like I said, you'd be asking them questions like you want to be able to help them right from a young age. You want to be able to help them develop skills like retrieval questions, looking at their picture. Why do you think he's behaving this way? Where is your story going to start? You want them to be able to develop their prediction skills. It's really what? So if he's hopping away into the forest, what do you think is going to happen there? Who do you think he's going to meet? You want them to be, you want to be giving them those right prompts to be able to develop their own story. And then you want them to, as well, when they are together, you want to give them like that talking opportunity with their partners, where they are listening to their partner develop their own stories. And then they are also maybe adding information based on the prompts that they've heard you say to them towards developing this literacy and oracy skills. Okay. Now we're going to go back and I will show you how to use this tool. This tool, I know there are other tools out there that help to animate things, but this one is really very easy to use in that you don't have to tell it, turn to the left side, move forward, like you would do with a Canva if you want to animate things on Canva. This tool, what you need to do when your children have taken your children have drawn their picture, color data, and done everything that they want to do, then you can take a picture depending on the age of the children. Some children, these days, they can do their own picture taking themselves. You can take the picture and then save it as a PNG. It doesn't work very well with a JPEG. I don't really know why, but with a PNG it does. And so that's what you. So let me share my screen and let me close this one. This is not where I want. So I should have, oh, it's not on this one. Okay. The little link I put here is missing. Just give me a minute. I'll stop sharing this one and open another one so that we can see this. Apologies, and that is the link I want isn't where I want it. So I have to go to another one. That's the link. So like I said, when your child has done the drawing and you click on this link, which we will share with you as well, it's called Sketch. And it's a creation of Meta. It's an AI tool. So what you will do is once you click on the link, it brings you straight to this page. And you can see the other children's images on the screen. Can you see my screen with all the children's images popping up and down? Can you see it? Somebody let me know if they can see it.
No. Okay.
No, it's just the lion.
The lion.
Oh. That's annoying that this thing is not going the way I'm seeing it in my head. Okay, no worries. I will bring it there. Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Fabulous. All right. Apologies, everyone. Okay, so this is where that link we shared, this is where it brings you to, and you upload your pictures. And like I said, the picture that it will accept is a PNG, doesn't accept JPEG. I do not know why. So I already have a picture of a rabbit I drew, and you click down here, which is upload. Once you click upload, this is my bunny. As you can see, like I said, it's PNG. And then you just see the picture straight away there. And then down there, you will click next, and it will scan your picture and bring you here. Now here, it's asking you to agree that your pictures that you upload onto their website will be used as their research, because this is still in the developmental stage. There's still a lot of things they're trying to do with it. It's a free site as well for an AI tool. You don't need to pay for it, at least for now. And then, as you can see, it scans your picture, and it's always advisable to narrow. So if the bandwidth has gone this far, it's always advisable to embrace your image as close to it as possible up and down. So it just like tightly fits into the rectangle. Once you've done that and you're happy with it, that every part of your child's picture is in there, then you click next, scans it again, and then brings it here. So what it has done for you is showing you that I have taken away the background, and it wants you to make sure that the outline of your image has been completely covered. If it hasn't, if you see some missing parts, some white parts there, then there's a pen here for you to highlight the missing image. And once that is done, down there again, you click next. It normally takes faster than this. It's really quite quick. And then what you have here is the joints, how it's going to animate the different parts of the image. Now, if your child has drawn a picture that has no arms, then what you will do is the joints on this side, you would extend it away from the body so that the image is still animated. And once you've done that, you will click on next, and you will see. And so what you have here on the left side is different actions. It has, if you wanted to just show you the dances, you click on that, it will show you the thing doing different dances. If you wanted to do funny actions, it would do that. Jumping as well, see jumping all over the place. And if you want to see all of it, now it has a total of about 38 or 40 actions, which is a good amount for children, young children, to choose from. Now, with regards to limited resources in a classroom, if, for example, we don't have enough devices and all that, what I would do is I would probably put them in a group of, I don't know, 4 or 5, and we will maybe put their names in a hat, shake it, and decide on whose picture that we're going to use for the animation, which is fine. And they can all, as a group, come together to develop a story. If there's enough devices for the children to do it themselves, or like I said, you can do it as homework. Sorry? Sorry? Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Fabulous. So you can decide that, you know what, I'm going to use this as homework instead. The children have done the story in the classroom, they've talked about it, we've shared prompts, and you can, especially for children, young children, what I would suggest is probably allowing them to voice record the story themselves. They can use their mom's phone, they can use their mom's WhatsApp audio recording, and as you've given them the different images that they've generated, they are seeing their own story and they are talking about their story. And you can also give the prompt of what will happen next, what will happen if he meets the villain, and those kind of things, to help them develop this story. For those children that find it difficult, that are struggling with maybe things like writing, but you know that they have a wonderful story to tell and share. But the challenge is that limitation of writing. Why would we now want to take that away from them and discourage and, sort of like dent their confidence just because I can't write my story down? So such children, you can encourage them to use things like voice to text tools, and they can do that at home. If school doesn't have those devices, they can record it, they can send it to you, the story that they've come up with, or the story that they've done the voice to text to. And what you can do for such children is you let them look at the story, you can read it with them, or they can read it themselves, because dyslexic children might not necessarily, they might be able to read, they might not be able to spell it, or it might be both. So then they've read the story, they've looked at how it looks like, and then you can encourage them to begin to write parts of that story themselves. So this is one way you can also use AI tools in your classroom for young children, even older children, depends on where they are at. We all have different children, and we understand what I mean. We know our children best. All right. Please, how many of you, can you show of hands, how many of us are going to try using this tool? Just say, I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to go and try it now with my daughter. Some of us have kids even. Please, show of hands, how many of us are going to try this tool at home? Yes, thank you. Try it at home, please. Try with your daughter, your son, even if you're teaching older children, because it's something that we probably haven't done before, and we see how encourage them to tell a story behind the thing that they've drawn. Very important. Yes. We will try with, yes, grandma, go try with your grandchildren. They will love you for it. Correct. All right, let's carry on. Share. Okay, so now show of hands, loving this. So before we move on to the last two AI tools that we have, and where we'll do a bit of a quiz to see what you guys remember. As you test your children in school, that's how we'll be testing you here too.
What's the name of that website? The link.
We've shared it in the link. Animate my drawing. That is called Animate My Drawing by Meta. Yeah. All right. Now we have another poll that we want you guys to do for us. And this poll is, now that you've seen some of the magic that we are doing here in STEM Africa, this is just small, tip of the iceberg. How many of you are going to make sure your children in your schools will come for our webinar, our event that is happening? We have it happening on the 13th in Abuja. 13th of July, and we have it happening on the 20th of July. And I'm going to be there powerfully. And so I can meet with some of you and continue to share knowledge as well. It would be lovely. What you are doing in your school that is working and what I've seen that has worked as well, us sharing information. So those of you, can we put up the poll? How many of us are going to be there?
My kids will actually begin their exams on the 13th in Abuja. On the 13th, most schools will begin exams in Abuja on the 13th.
But 13th is Saturday now.
Sorry, on the following week, 15th.
You know what? I'm of the school of thought that all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. So yes, the children have been working very hard, studying really hard for their exams and all that. One day, come on, mommy, daddy, educators. One day, you know what? The child will probably go there to go and play, enjoy themselves. That one day, by the time the child goes to do the exam on Monday, the child will be on fire, firing on all cylinders. So you should please, don't say the children are doing exams so they can't have one day of fun, a break in between. We all do it as well now. We work so hard in school, or where we come home from a day of teaching and we just want a moment to just chill and not talk to anybody. That's what I used to do when I was still in the classroom. By the time I finished talking from 7:15 till 3 o'clock, I am exhausted. So I come home, I don't even want to talk to my children for like an hour, just go and distress. So what I'm just trying to say is that a day of chilling would not, I don't think it will harm our children. I think it will be beneficial. I know exams are in Abuja, and a lot of you, your exams are around that time, either the week before or the week after. But honestly, a day off would not be a bad idea. Yeah? Let's see our poll. How many of us are going to go? Nobody has bought their ticket, yes. You know what? We have over how many people? 100 people on this thing. We'll be waiting for you people to tell us if you have bought your ticket. Don't worry. No, I am not. Oh, we are not going to come. Okay. It's not a problem. You've not bought it yet. I bought my ticket. I like this person. So some people that bought their ticket, they've even invited other people because you know what's in store. You know, you understand what's going on. Yes, I have bought my tickets. That's only 5% of us. Yeah, I know. Nonya, your son will love it. Me too. I enjoy drawing my rabbit because it shows me that I've improved my drawing skills. You should have seen my drawing 12 years ago. And then seeing it jump all over the place also just gave me a happy feeling as well. Yeah. Okay. And we have 1 more minute for the poll. Yeah. Okay. All right, please, we're expecting all of you to show up powerfully for us. Come and support your children in this wonderful event. Now we're moving on to the other 2 AI tools. These ones are more suitable for older children. But your child could be a genius. We have those among us, and they could successfully use these tools as well. But I would say with some guidance, if they are young, if they're like 10 and below, would be good. Some guidance, adult guidance would be good because. All right, thank you. So let's move on to the other two that we have. Okay, so AI for older learners. And I would give you my little saying: children are motivated to learn when they have opportunity for hands-on interactive learning, which is one thing I am big about. I love project-based learning, inquiry-based learning. Older children in particular, in fact, all children actually tend to do more learning. All those soft skills that we are always going on about, and we're always just saying it, innovation, creativity, problem-based, collaboration. This is how you get it done when the children have the opportunity to do project-based learning, and not just STEM that stands by itself. STEM should not be a standalone thing. It should be integrated into your curriculum, of which we here are really good at doing. Okay, moving on. So now this is our famous ChatGPT that all of us know and love. And it was a blessing to us in the academic space, especially people like me. The bane of my job, I loved every aspect of my job when I was in the classroom, loved it passionately, but that report writing, I hated it. I hated writing reports. And then ChatGPT came onto the scene. ChatGPT became my best friend, and it's a fantastic tool for us as educators and also for our children if we use it right. Now, I know that some of the problems that we do have is we say that ChatGPT, the children will be cheating. They will not learn resilience. They will not learn grit. They will become lazy and all that, all those kind of things. The possibility is there. But if we as educators take charge of this tool ourselves and guide them in how to use it successfully and correctly, it can be a fantastic resource for our children's learning. So like I said at the beginning of permission to cheat, we should give them the permission to cheat. And what do I mean by that? It simply means that, for example, if your older children that are doing literature or some form of history and they want to analyze or research something, and they will say, well, why would I bother doing that? I can tell ChatGPT to do it instead. So what you should do instead, what you can do is you can tell them to actually do the prompts themselves. You know what? Use ChatGPT to analyze. Let's say they are doing that literature book, The Purple Hibiscus. Use ChatGPT to analyze it yourself. And then what you can do for them is once they've done that, you've cut and pasted it, or we're looking at it on the screen as a class. What you can now also do for them is that you can give them your marks script, your marking rubrics, how you mark them and how you give them points for various aspects of their writing, so that they themselves can actually see, okay, what has ChatGPT done well? Why would I give ChatGPT this marks? And they can do it as a group, because sometimes you might not be sure what an analysis should look like on your own, but in a group, so there might be somebody there that that has a better understanding of these things than you do, or you might have a better understanding of a particular area. So it's always nice at the beginning of the lesson, you can get them to do this, where they're collaborating, they're in groups, analyzing what they themselves are the ones that are putting the prompts there in ChatGPT, and you're getting them to now using how you would have marked the script yourself. They will now be analyzing, and you obviously are the facilitator. You'll be guiding and saying, no, that's not right, and no, you can't give points for that. For this part of it, because they didn't put enough information about the themes. The themes weren't clearly, the theme of the story wasn't clearly detailed, and I won't really understand what it is, why the father was behaving this way because it wasn't explicitly or it wasn't detailed enough. So you give them those kind of guides, and they themselves begin to see what makes writing successful. So you've given them the ownership of their learning. You give them they've used the AI tool to be able to say, okay, so if add in this further information to this part, and then ChatGPT now regenerates it, and they can now see, and then reanalyze again and say, okay, so this is better. This is why I would give this part of the writing this score. I would give maybe 10 out of 20 because they've added this information and added that information. So what that does is they've seen for themselves. They've gone through what it is, what's effective writing looks like, and they've guided that effective writing. They've seen the marking scheme of how effective a successful essay should look like. So the next time when you give them their own story to write, another literature book, they can, from what they've done themselves, they can now begin to write, put together their own story, remembering what it was that they did themselves, not what you told them to do. So this is one way we can use ChatGPT in our classroom for older learners. Let them walk in your shoes. Let them see how hard and how easy it is to mark their script as well. So, I can see some people's hands are raised. Okay. You know what? I will pause here for now and we'll take some questions because I can see some raised hands. Yeah, let's do that if people have questions. Okay. All right, let's take some Q&A if people have questions before we move on to our last tool. Any questions that you would like us to tackle before we move further? Yes, I will give you the AI tool, the link now. Don't worry. So does anybody have questions? It's supposed to be an interactive session, no? Even though I like to talk. Yep. Questions? Oh, no questions. So I should just carry on. Is your hand raised? You want to ask a question? If you do, I think you can unmute yourself and ask the question. If not, we carry on. Aki, thank you so much. I'm doing a good job. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll carry on then. No, thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so we'll just carry on with the presentation then. So I won't bother with showing you guys what to do with ChatGPT because most of us know how to use ChatGPT quite well. Okay. So the next tool we're going to look at, also another one that we can use for older children, because like I said, this tool is called. Before I go on this is very important. This is like your little homework. Share ways you have used ChatGPT in your classroom, or share ideas on how ChatGPT can be used in some lessons. So we know we usually use ChatGPT for ourselves. So share with me. Some of us might already be using it with our children, and that is very informative for all of us as a group, as a platform. So if you can please share with us how you use ChatGPT with the children, or how you embedded it into your lesson plans, please share that with us. Or if this has given you suggestions as to how you can share, how you can use ChatGPT with your lessons, your history lessons, social studies, religious knowledge as well. Very good way of using ChatGPT as well towards. Please, I'm not simply talking about things like comprehension questions. Those are retrieval questions, and those are like basic things, and deals more with memorizing or retaining information. We're thinking about how children can be creative in responding to questions and those kind of things. That is more like what I'm talking about. Not that I'm going to use it. I use it to get them to be comprehension questions. No, we're deep diving into how we can use ChatGPT. So please, if some of you can give us some suggestions or ideas of how you've done that would be grand, so that we can share that with everybody as well. How some people are going to use that. Can you use ChatGPT for year 2 children? Well, you know what? If they are going to be guided and there's an adult there, you can, but preferably you're using it in class. And if they're going to use it at home, their parents are well aware that they're going to be doing that, you know? So I would, yeah, you could, but please, not individually or by themselves. After writing my lesson notes, so somebody's suggested, after writing my lesson notes, let me read that one. That sounds interesting. After writing my lesson notes in literature in English, I can use ChatGPT to paraphrase the notes. Is this a child? Deborah, are you a child? Are you a student? If you're a student, then yes, this is a brilliant way of doing it. You've written your thing yourself, and then you now put it in ChatGPT to help you, add some more details. But I would suggest, if you're going to ask ChatGPT to add some more details, you're specific with the details you're asking ChatGPT to do, so that you can see where the differences in your writing and ChatGPT is coming from. Do you understand? Or when ChatGPT analyzes it for you, you can ask ChatGPT, what area of the rubrics, if you know the rubrics area you're looking at, did you emphasize or did you improve on, so that you can see the difference between what ChatGPT did and what you did initially, because that's how you learn, and that's how, the next time you do your own writing, you improve, because you can identify your areas of weaknesses. Write a poem with the name of a birthday child. Okay, that's not bad. You can also use Suno for that as well. This is a legislation. There is a legislation against ChatGPT in the US. It's important we try to check it up for Silicon Heights. Okay, we'll do that. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so we'll move on to the last tool that we have today. And then we'll do a little quiz for you people. See if you've been listening to me with all my plenty talking. So this one is blast from the past. I don't know if any of you have seen this tool. This tool, you can, yeah? Okay. This tool, you can only use it on a device. So I can't show you on my screen how it works, but I've taken images so that you can see how you can use it. So it's this tool, this app is very good for history. It's also very good for things like social studies. You can also do, even for climate change now, you can ask it questions, and it's also very good for religious studies as well. So once you download the app, this is like the first thing that you would see. So what it does, this app gives you or your children the ability to talk to historical figures. And our children these days, they love to do chatting. They don't like to be talking to anybody. If you call them on the phone, they don't want to talk to you, especially the older ones. But you send them a message, WhatsApp message, or what, it's Snapchat, they do themselves. They like to do that one. So this is what this tool is about. It's a chatting tool where the children get the opportunity to chat to using historical figures. So once you log on to the first launch the app, this is where you would see first. It gives you the free version, gives you 20 free messages a day, or is it a week? So you can talk to anybody. It could be someone in literature, someone in art, someone in science. Even Jesus Christ is also there. Queen Elizabeth, Queen Amina, some African heroes, or even Fela is there. Yeah, our Fela is on our Fela is on this app. So this is where it goes to. So what happens is, once you launch it, you can and you get to the old screen, this is what you will see. Now below that, which I don't know why I can't see that here, below that you will see the chat options. Once you select chat, you can type in the figure that you want at the very top. I chose Queen Amina to talk to her. Now, if you use the ChatGPT 3.5, it will just have like a general light chat, which is good for young children like in primary school, or or a bit younger. But if you want deeper conversation, then you can do GPT-4. So for this example, I've just used GPT 3.5. And so she's once you launch and you click on start chat, she introduces herself. She tells you of the wonderful things she's done, all the successes she's had, and so on. And then I've asked her the question. I greeted her. It's a pleasure meeting you, Your Majesty. And then she now tells me, well done, my good, lovely meeting you, my wonderful subjects, and so on and so forth. And then I asked how old was she when she went to war, when she went to battle, and so on. So if you're teaching like a history teacher or a social studies teacher, you can be asking them questions. Your children, how you can use this tool, for example, your children could decide that, your children could decide, maybe you've taught the lesson, and you're giving them some information, some details, but not in full. You've not fully dived deeply into it. So you now tell them to go to this tool and ask further questions to make inquiry. Now, the thing about this app is that it is not very accurate, and that's a good thing. The reason why I say it's a good thing is that research skill that ChatGPT, we feel our children might not, they might be too lazy to want to go and search deeper. What it does is, because they've had a discussion with a historical figure and they were excited about having the chat, and whatever it is that Queen Amina or Fela said to them, or Queen Elizabeth, whoever it is that they are studying, has said to them, they can now go back based on the lessons that you've already taught or the resources that you've provided to them to clarify and cross-check. That is what she said. Is it really true? Is it accurate or not? So that's kind of way you can play with using AI tools in the right way and in a creative way, and for your children to be able to still develop that tenacity, the willingness to go and research and find out more and in details. Once it's engaging, once it's interesting, and once it is that they are the ones taking ownership of the learning themselves. That is what tends to happen, and this kind of tool tends to do that. So they can have a conversation for as long as possible, and then go and cross-check the information that she has given them or he has given them when they did this chat. So this chat is called Hello History. Though it's mainly targeted towards history, but you can also use it for social studies and religious studies as well. Okay. All right. Any questions that we have? Oh, Engineer Manasseh, you have something to say? You have something to ask, or before we go on to our quiz of the day and see who remembers, who has been thinking and listening? No? Okay, I'll carry on.
They want to share the link, so let's drop the link.
Which link?
For the tool, for this tool.
That is the Hello History. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Hello History.
So Hello History is not a link. You can only use it on an app or a device, an iPad or an Android device. So if you just type in Hello History, it will bring it up for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any questions before we move on to our quiz for the day? Okay. Now this quiz. Okay. Sorry.
We need to download the app.
The Hello History. If it's Hello History you're referring to, yes, you need to download the app on your phone or onto your tablet.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a little quiz, just a refresher to see if you remember all the things that you've learned. So which we are going to test you people to today. We're testing the testers. Yeah.
Sorry, please. I said I don't know how we can get the recording of this session, please, if you have.
Hi.
The team is going to share the YouTube link so they can watch it again on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ma'am. Please, I have a question.
Okay.
Apart from sharing the link to the recording on our various mails, can we get a certificate for this session we've attended? Is there a certificate of attendance?
There's no certificate of attendance, so sorry.
There's no certificate of attendance.
Oh,
I'm sorry about the video. I said, is it going to be STEM YouTube channel or?
They've dropped the YouTube link in the chat.
The chat? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the chat. And you know what we're going to do? What we'll do is we'll send the slides to everybody that registered. We'll send the slides and the YouTube link. So yes, so we'll send the slides and the YouTube link.
All right.
So don't worry, you get the slides and.
Okay. All right, time for our quiz. Let me launch our quiz. Now, I know most of us use Kahoot to do quizzes and stuff, which is grand, but there's also this tool as well that you can also use for quizzes as well, Mentimeter. Maybe some of you already know it, but that's the reason why I've chosen to use this tool, just because it's not as popular as Kahoot, so that we're also exposing ourselves to different kind of tools that are out there that we can also use. So are we ready? Has the link been shared? Now, if they share you the link, what you would see is that you need to put in a code. The code will appear at the top of the screen. So I'll put that down. I'll show you what I mean.
Oh, Pamolo. Oh, Polo.
So can we see the code on top of the screen? Okay, I will share the code with you now. Okay, wait. Okay, we'll share the code now. I'll just hang on. I've seen the code, so we have 9 people ready. We'll give it 1 more minute, and based on the number of people that have signed, that's what we'll go with. Okay, and we have 30 players. I think we shall be starting with that. 31, okay. I will be nice. I'll give you 1 more minute. But can everybody see the screen before I move on so that you can see the questions? The questions should appear on your screen as well. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. Lots of foods and animals, and Father Christmas is even there. Once it gets to 40, we are because this is time going. I don't want to keep you here longer than the 90 minutes that we agreed. Oh, plenty of food. Actually, that's not true. Oh, it's only burger and lollipop. Quite a bit of animals there too. 39. Okay. Let us start. Okay, let's go. Question 1. Answer fast and get more points. It's only 15 seconds. What is the primary function of Suno AI in the classroom? Yes, 31 people got it right. Creating music and songs from text prompts. Well done. 31 people that got it right. Next question. Which of the following can Suno AI help students with? Yes, fun way to learn a concept. So when we are trying to teach them something new. Okay, next question. What kind of input does Suno AI require to generate a song? Description, image files, audio recording. Text, we need letters, not images, though, not images, though. The music genre selected on Suno is very limited. Do you agree? I agree. I'm not sure. I disagree. So maybe only one song, one type of song that you can use for Suno. Yes, I disagree. There's a wide array of music genres that you can choose from. All right, let's go next one. ChatGPT can help students improve their writing skills by yes. Well done, everybody. Okay. What is an important consideration when you're using ChatGPT in the classroom? What should you be thinking about? Yes, well done. The information is not always accurate, so we need to sometimes go and research again, which is what you should do with your children. Get them to make sure that they are confirming the information that they get from ChatGPT. All right, next one. What is the primary educational use of Hello History in the classroom? Yes, learning through interactive storytelling. Very true, very true. Well, most of us got it, so I won't complain. Question 8. Yes, yes, well done, everybody. Interactive, yes, well done, well done. Good students, good students. Hello history can best be described as a tool that engaging with us to explore historical narratives. Yes, 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 yes. Well done, everyone. Give yourself a pat on the back. What is the purpose of the Animate Your Drawing tool in education? What is the purpose? Yes. Yes. Animating students' artwork to enhance creativity. Well done. I'm so proud of you all. All right, let's see who is the first place. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. I forgot to put the leaderboard. I am so sorry, everyone. Apologies, everyone. I forgot to put the leaderboard.
So how will we know the winner?
Very sorry. We cannot know the winner because I didn't put in the leaderboard. Very sorry, everyone. But you know what? Generally, I would say most of us have a fair idea of what it is that we've done. We will share this tool. You can also use it in your classroom as well. We'll share that with you in the PowerPoint as well. It's actually in the PowerPoint already as well. So thank you. You know what? If you have any comments or anything else that you want to ask regarding what we've shared today, we appreciate that.
There's a webinar.
Yeah, Titi.
Please, can we put people on mute, please?
Yeah.
There's a webinar. I think you should share your screen. There's a webinar next week.
Yeah, let me share that.
The webinar next week is for children. And it's a webinar that your child must be there because we have a very special guest. Is an innovator. He's one of the veterans, and he was born in Abia State. He has lots of PhD. He's actually one of the people that co-designed part of the iPhone. He also has some patents that have been bought over by the US government. And he's going to come and be speaking to the children next week about the life of an innovator. This is one session that every child should be on as he shares about his journey, and they can get to ask questions. It's just for an hour. Actually, it's maybe a bit less than an hour. So let them join, let them come and ask questions, let them come and hear and be inspired by the life of Professor Oludipe Ekwekwe. It's really going to be good. So they're dropping the link right now in the chat for you to register for your child to attend. This one promises to be awesome. I can honestly, he's a well-known global speaker, done TEDx, done a lot of things, and he's going to be having a chat with the children at our webinar next week. Please don't let them miss this webinar. Let them come and be inspired. It's next week. That's the 15th. Please also drop the flyer, please. It's same time.
And the link for the webinar.
Saturday 15th of June. Special webinar for the children. If you can drop the flyer as well.
Yeah.
Please. And what will happen is that as we send you the notes, as we send you the for everybody that registered, you will get the PowerPoint presentation. You'll get the link to the YouTube channel, and we'll also send you the flyer for next week. It promises to be awesome. Thank you for the time. Make sure if you live in Lagos and Abuja,
Titi, before we go, we also need to remind people about the feedback as well. We would like to know, what is that we've done well and what it is that we need to improve on as well. So we'll be sharing that link as well, the feedback link for the webinar. We can only get better, and we only get better when we hear from you guys what we did well and what we can improve on as well. So we would appreciate your feedback. Thank you.
Some people are saying if you have toddlers, please, yes, you can attend in their place so that you can take notes so that you can inspire your toddlers. Well, thank you everyone for attending this session.
This is our legacy. This is a Nigerian that started from a humble background, and there was the magic of innovation in him, and probably it might have been an educator, an experience, something that he did that sparked that creative juice. And look at today, he's one of us doing wonders in America there. And so it will be an experience and a privilege, I would say, for our children to come and hear from somebody his own journey, to encourage them about how they themselves could make a difference. He's made a difference in the world, how they can make a difference in their environment and in their community, which is what our competition is about as well. Our STEM Africa competition, the closing is closing on the 16th of June. So you have only 8 days where you want your children to be able to, and you can do it as a group. You could take that on as a teacher. You say, you know what, I can, get 3 of my children or put my children in groups of 3 to come together to identify a problem in our school that has to do with waste, that has to do with recycling, that has to do with climate change, and we can come together to solve this problem and present the solution. Record your children, do a 2-minute video, upload it to our website so that they have the chance to be selected, to be showcased to the world. From humble Nigeria, about creating and solving a problem in our community, in our nation. And they stand on top of that, they stand a chance to be one of the winners of the 2 million cash prize. And your school, if your child wins that prize, you get the bragging right of the trophy for a whole year. That we are winners. We develop winners in our school, which is, is a marketing tool as well for you. All right.
Okay, thank you everyone. Please just drop a big shout out, big thank you to Ms. Fish for such a wonderful webinar. Just please show some love. Just say thank you, Ms. Fish. That was a wonderful session.
Thank you very much.
Really had a fantastic time. Everybody, wishing everybody a wonderful weekend, and just ensure that you register your child and as many children as possible for next week's webinar. Wishing everybody a great time. And don't forget to register for the STEM Africa Fest as well. If you're in Lagos and in Abuja. Bye. Good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very
much. Really appreciate it.
Yes,
thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Awesome. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.